Welcome, speed enthusiasts, to Velocity City, where Formula One news is served piping hot. Today, we're diving not only into whether the Monaco Grand Prix will take place this year, but also discuss the flooding due to which the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix got cancelled. Although no one ever wants a Formula One race to be called off, it sometimes becomes inevitable. Due to COVID-19's lingering impacts in China, the Chinese Grand Prix was postponed early in the season. Due to the flooding in the area, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix was postponed this weekend, and the Monaco Grand Prix may follow suit next weekend. Join us as we delve into the details of the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix cancellation and the dangers the Monaco Grand Prix face. But before we hit the gas, be sure to subscribe and annihilate that bell icon for more adrenaline-fueled updates from Velocity City.
Well, it's not a big surprise this, but I can tell you that the sixth race of the Formula One season, the race at Imola due to take place this weekend, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix will not take place, and that's because of the serious flooding in the vicinity.
Now that the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix has been postponed, I'm sure everyone eagerly anticipates the event in Monaco the following weekend. The activities, parties, and glamour may be more striking than the race. Although the race could be decided in qualifying, watching Formula One is the perfect weekend activity. However, there can be a slight issue with that. You see, all the team's equipment is presently located at the Imola track, which, along with most of the surrounding area and all the neighboring roads, is submerged. While the primary paddock is now above the waterline, the F2 and F3 paddocks are still submerged. But this is only the beginning of the troubles in the region. In Italy's northern Emilia-Romagna region, floods brought on by heavy rains have claimed the lives of 9 people and left several others missing. 10,000 people were evacuated, and a few needed helicopters to get off the roofs. Authorities claim that 14 rivers have overflowed their banks and flooded 23 villages. According to the mayor of Ravenna, a town east of Imola, his city is now unrecognizable. In the upcoming days, more rain is predicted in the area. Most likely, this has been the worst night in Romagnan history. Ravenna Mayor Michel De Pascal told Italy's Rai public broadcaster, "Rivera is unrecognizable for the damage it has suffered." Mayor of nearby Friuli, just southeast of Imola, said, "His city was on its knees, devastated and in pain." AFP news agency reported to the northwest of Imola in Castle Bolognese. The mayor said, "The situation was catastrophic. Thousands of people living in single-floor homes needed to be rescued," the mayor added. Imola is now the epicenter of flooding, and many roads are completely impassable. Non-flooded areas are affected by fallen trees, power lines, and landslides. Local ambulance services have already been stretched to capacity as aid pours nationwide. The current situation for F1 teams has to leave flooded circuits with hundreds of tons of incredibly expensive and difficult-to-transport equipment. All the equipment must then be transported to Monaco, approximately 300 miles through the Emilia-Romagna region. Local ambulance services do not have enough people to rescue trucks stranded in bad road conditions, so any team that tries to make this move and gets stuck will have their problems to solve. Alpine engineer Carl Luce explained the current situation. "At the moment, our trucks cannot leave. He said our people on site are also stuck. Now we have to wait until we can get back onto the track to pack everything up and ship it to Monaco for the next race." The situation on the ground is currently devastating, and it is doubtful that flights will operate in the next few days, according to Marco Cordello, F2 operations manager. With only a few days between the scheduled Imola and Monaco races, and more rain expected in the Emilia-Romagna region, logistics will jeopardize the Monaco race. Formula 2 and Formula 3 need 2 days to prepare. Formula 1 needs a little longer, he said. "I hope the situation will improve, and we will be able to leave Imola on Thursday, but there's no exact plan yet. Perhaps we will stay here and go straight to Monaco, where we should be on Monday evening." Although the teams still have a few days to pack up and transfer to Monaco, their ability to do so depends entirely on the local climate. Currently, everyone is waiting till it's safe to leave, but even if they manage to reach Monaco, there are still dangers that might jeopardize the Grand Prix. The French have a reputation for being outspoken. The 2018 Yellow Jacket demonstrations were stunning. The custom has since persisted. The French people are once again letting their government know when they are unhappy with how it has handled affairs. Recent protests have occurred due to widespread dissatisfaction with Emmanuel Macron's decision to raise the minimum pension age from 62 to 64. implementing following unsuccessful discussions between trade unions and the Prime Minister. Transport, educational, and refinery strikes have already occurred due to the government implementing pension reforms without legislative approval. The head of the CGT union, Sophie Binet, has urged the French people to take more action. "We have to continue mobilizing until the end, until the government understands there's no way out other than withdrawing this reform," she said. "We can't move on to anything else until this reform is repealed." The CGT energy unions declared a planned 100 days of protest and action by the end of April. They target prominent occasions, such as the Cannes Film Festival and the Monaco Grand Prix. Macron has promised 100 days to appease us. We promise him 100 days of action and anger. The time is far from resignation, the unions of the National Federation Mines Energy said in a statement. The gang revealed that they intended to carry out their plans to target Macron's whereabouts on scheduled visits with electromagnetic disturbances. In May, do what you please. The Cannes Film Festival, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Roland Garros Tournament, the Avington Festival could end up in the dark. We won't let go. The statement continued. Cutoffs in electricity will be exploited to satisfy all of our wants. The union asserted that by disconnecting electricity to the places Macron was visiting, they had already demonstrated the gravity of their threats. It is difficult to predict how big of an impact this will have on the actual racing. Monaco is a sovereign state in its own right, yet it primarily depends on France for its utilities. Emergency generators are already prepared for all Formula One races in the case of any power problems throughout the weekend, since the event organizers were aware of this situation's impending arrival. Even though they will have enough fuel, Formula One will struggle to hold the race if the city's electricity is shut off for the weekend. The problem of teams and spectators getting to the race is another one. Most visitors and team members will be staying in Nice throughout the weekend, located only down the coast and over the border in France. A number of the drivers have apartments in the city, while the wealthier racegoers can afford hotel rooms in the city. Although the particular intentions of the blackouts remain unknown, you can be assured that any industrial action will significantly impact the railway route between Monaco and Nice. I wish you well and advise you to keep current with the news if you intend to travel to Monaco for the race weekend. Is there any chance the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix will be moved later in the year, given that 2 races have already been cancelled this year and another may be seriously impacted? No, claims Sky Sports. Almost impossible that it will be. That's the guidance that I've been given, he said. The calendar, it's so congested that you would have to eat into Formula One's August summer break, and there's no appetite to do that. Imola will thus not be rescheduled, and Monaco may also be postponed. I hope there will be some racing in Monaco. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until the beginning of June in Barcelona. However, I am most concerned about the safety of the residents of Emilia-Romagna and the speedy recovery of the area and its people from its natural calamity. And there you have it. What's currently happening in the Emilia-Romagna region and the damage it suffered from downpours. It looks like the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix will return in 2024. We also discussed the hurdles the Monaco Grand Prix is facing. As we speed toward the Monaco Grand Prix, the question remains, will the Monaco Grand Prix take place this year? We'd love to hear your prediction on this one. So don't be shy. Hit the comments section below, and let's get the conversation revving. And don't forget to subscribe for more exhilarating Formula One news and insights. From all of us here at Velocity City, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at the next starting grid. Until then, race fans, take care and stay in the fast lane.